forgetful, but you always remind me. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. So I come, Lord, I come, I come, Lord, I come to tell you I love you, to tell you I need you, to tell you there's no better place for me than in your arms, to tell you I'm sorry for running in circles, for placing my focus on the waves, not on your face. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. So I come, Lord, I come, I come, Lord, I come to tell you I love you, to tell you I need you, to tell you there's no better place for me than in your arms, to tell you I'm sorry for running in circles, for placing my focus on the waves, not on your face. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace in the storm. In the storm. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace.
Hey guys. So I am having some issues, some technical issues. I can't seem to get my camera to work. Um, Camera not available. So I am trying to solve that in the background here. But while I'm doing that, let's say hi to some folk. And also let me know that you can still hear me. I think you should still be able to hear me, but you just can't see me. Um, Let me actually. I don't know what I can do. Um, I don't even know. All right. Well, I can pull up the Bible verses for you. So let's try to do that. Sorry about this, guys. Today is a little different. We're not going to be going through Um, all right, you can still hear us. Good stuff. We're not going to be doing the living sent today. We're going to actually be going through some passages, and so that is it's kind of good since you can't see me. I wonder if I could. I'm gonna try to go in my phone. Um, you know what? I don't even think it's even worth the effort. Um, yeah. All right. You're just not gonna be able to see me. It's okay. Just know that I'm smiling. All right. I'm smiling back here. But good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. Chuck B, good morning, sir. Ken Gooch, good morning. Steve, good morning. You guys killed it for Rooted Men this morning. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Steve, good morning, sir. Nikki, good morning. Trish, good morning. Drama, good morning. Connie, good morning. Karen, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And Pastor Tom's out there on X. Good morning. I think you might be the only one that's commented from X. Um, but yeah, good morning to see you out there. And Jody, good morning as well. Chuck says, always smiling. Yes, I'm smiling. You can't see my face, but no, I'm smiling. All right. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Um, let me see. Let me see. Where am I even at? Okay. Um, so Psalm or not Psalms. We've been in Psalms. Isaiah 53. Um, Facebook's not working. Uh-oh. Man, we're having some issues this morning, guys. Let me all right. Let's see if we can do this. One second. All right. Does this Jody, is this better? Does this help? I'm trying to do it from my phone. Uh, Let me know if you're on Facebook if me coming in on my phone has helped at all. Yeah. Hey, got a thumbs up. Facebook is back up. All right. Yeah, this is awkward. Whatever. You're looking at my boogers. All right. Here we go. So uh hold on. Hey, Pastor Tom. How are you?
Thumbs up.
Uh-oh. Might have some echoes. All right. I don't know. Uh Whoa. Here we go. So if I Hmm. Is there an echo if we do this?
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to jump into your devotion. I just wanted to make sure that you were live in Facebook, so I jumped into StreamYard to help you out.
Oh no. Yeah, you can stay on in. It's fine with me. We are going through uh Isaiah. I keep wanting to say Psalms because we've been in Psalms. But all right, Isaiah 53. Um, but actually I kind of want to start. So this whole section starts in the end of 52. Woo. All right, there we go. And so this is a whole section. And so I just wanted to read it to you, and then we will kind of focus in um 1 through 12. But so see, my servant will act wisely. He will be raised and lifted up and highly exalted, just as there were many who were uh, appealed at uh, appealed at him. His appearance was so distinguished beyond that of any human being, and his form married beyond human likeness. It's talking about how he suffered. So he will sprinkle many nations, and kings will shut their mouths because of him. For what they were not told, they will see, and what they have not heard, they will understand. And so then here we go. This is how it starts. So who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He grew up before him like a tender shoot, and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain, like one from whom people hid their faces. He was despised, um, and we held him in low esteem. All right. Um, so let's stop here for a second, and just talk about this. So this is kind of, yeah, this is Isaiah prophesying of Jesus, and it's actually Jesus refers to Isaiah 53. Paul points back to it. A lot of people point back to it. But in this first little section, who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? And man, yeah, there are so many things we could say about this, but um, sometimes, man, I just completely lost my train of thought on that, actually. That is weird. All right, so I'll come back to that when my brain comes back. Um, but let's jump down here. Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. Um, and so he wasn't like this attractive guy, or this person that like kind of stood out. Um, but there was something, like there was something about him, right? Because we get a look at like uh, all the disciples, right? Like, what did they see when the sons of Zebedee, when they like um, dropped down their nets, they left their father in the boats, and Jesus says, "Come follow me," and they left everything, they left their livelihood, and they followed him, right? And so, yes, there wasn't this like physical attraction, or this physical outward, like he didn't stand out because of how he looked, like his appearance, but there was something about him, there was something in him that drew people in, and surely he took up uh, our pain and bore our suffering. Yet we consider him punished by God, strict by him, and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions, and he was crushed for our iniquity. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. And this is a very familiar passage to us, and I love it. Um, but if you think about this, like all of our sins, all of our iniquities, and our transgressions, they're all put on him. Right, we get this picture in the Garden of Gethsemane where Jesus is sweating drops of blood. Right, he's literally there's so much, um, you know, because he knew what cup he had to carry. He knew that all the wrath, right, all of our sins were going to be placed on him, and he had to carry this cup, right? And so last night, at the last week of Jesus' life Bible study, we did the Lord's Supper, and it was it's awesome, right? Because like that's this picture, like Jesus is giving He's breaking the bread and he's giving us his cup, his yoke, right, which is easy and light, right? And so he's literally trading. He's like, here, you take this cup because there's a cup that I have to take from you, and that's that cup. This is the cup, right? Like that he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. Like every sin that we've done in the past, that we're doing today, and that we will do in the future, was put into this cup. And you know how it said in the other verse that he was marred beyond any other man, and he wasn't even recognizable. Like all that stuff, like that paled in comparison to the wrath of God that was poured out on him, on our behalf. And so, but he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for us. And so it was a transfer, right? We took his cup and he took ours. And what a beautiful thing. And by his wounds we are healed. And so, man, it doesn't matter what we've gone through, what we're going through. Like we find healing in him. We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us have turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. And so it just, yeah, all of us at some point, we go, we have that same wrestle right in the Garden of Gethsemane, where we're saying, God, I know your will, but I also know my will. And so instead of looking at our bigger brother and saying, you know, hey, Father, not my will be done, but yours be done. A lot of times we go our own way. We say, man, I got to do this my way. I got to do this, you know. And so those transgressions, those times, all those times were put on Jesus as well. But yeah, we should take a note from Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane that God's will being established in the earth is worth dying for. It's worth giving up everything for. And so we should say, not my will be done, but yours be done. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. He was laid like a lamb to the slaughter. And as a sheep before its shears is silent, so he did not open his mouth. By uh, oppression and judgment, he was taken away. Yet who of his generation protested? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgressions of my people, he was punished. He And I just love that. Or man, there's such a power in silence. Like he willfully, it wasn't the Romans or the Jews at the time who crucified him or kept him on, um, who took his life. Pastor Tom talks about this all the time. Like he willfully stayed there. He willfully went through that. He willfully took that cup from us, and stayed because of us, because he wanted the job to be finished. He wanted all sin to be done away with, so that we could have audience with the King for the rest of eternity. He bore that for us, willfully. And that what strength it must have taken to do that. He was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, though he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it was the Lord's will to crush him, and crush him to suffer. And though the Lord makes his life an offering for sin, he will see his offspring and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand. After he has suffered, he will see the light of life and be satisfied by the king, by the knowledge. My righteous servant will justify many, and he will bear their iniquities. Therefore, I will give him a portion among the great, and he will divide the spoils with the strong. because he poured out his life unto death and was numbered with the transgressors, for he bore the sin of many and made uh, intercession for the transgressors. Come on, come on, somebody. That's who we serve. And so whenever we talk about yeah, this is the gospel. We talk about move that mic so you can see my face. But we talk about just the sacrifice of God and what he actually went through. It pleased the Father to do this to the Son, right? I've heard a pastor say he sold a son to gain a family. All these things. There's all these like kind of catchphrases that are popping in my head, but just the reality that Jesus stepped out of glory. Right? There's no other religion like this. There's no other person like Jesus. There's like not Buddha, not Muhammad. Nobody stepped out of glory, came to earth, right, and sacrificed it all, right? Because even like, so we think about this, like, yeah, we may have experienced lack and hurt, and we might have got punched in the face or slapped or something like that, right? But nobody on earth has ever experienced the wrath of God being poured out. Nobody has ever experienced being separated from God, right? I'm looking up because there's a webcam there, but you're actually down here. But nobody has ever experienced that. We've never experienced absence with the Lord. Like it doesn't matter if you're an atheist. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in God or what. There's no way that you can escape living in the benefits of the Creator this side of heaven, right? Like all of us have experienced and are in experience, or we're experiencing just the faithfulness and the constant pursuit of a loving Father after our hearts, right? And so we experience his goodness all the time, right? And there's no way we haven't made, there hasn't been a day that we haven't experienced it. And so Jesus was the first person who was completely separated from that, right? And so on the cross, he said, like, Father, why have you forsaken me? Like there was the first moment in eternity where the Father was separated from the Son. And man, none of us, Jesus suffered that so that none of us will ever have to. He went through that so that we wouldn't have to, that God could forsake the Son so he didn't have to forsake us. And man, if we understood that sacrifice, if we understood what was paid for us, man, we wouldn't take it. We wouldn't take our life lightly. We would take every single step with that in mind. We would take every single breath as a gift that we didn't deserve. And so I just hope this was a blessing to you on this Good Friday to just think about, meditate on just the sacrifice that was poured out and the price that was paid for you. And let's just rejoice in that, right? And so Pastor Tom is going to do this a lot more justice tonight at the last week of Jesus's Life Bible study tonight for Good Friday. So make sure you come on out. We'll be right here in the event space at the Legacy. We'll also be online at 7:00. And so please join us for that. And then also join us for some prayer at 9 this morning. So with that, thank you for struggling with me through the technical difficulties. Had my brain all over the place, but we suffered through it. We did this thing. So I hope this was an encouragement to you. I hope you can see past all the junk and we're able to glean something from these passages this morning. Love you guys, and we will see you in just a little bit. All right, peace. Oh, now I don't even know how to end it. There we go.